Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at some new gear from 5.11. In this video we're going to be checking out their Skyweight 24-liter backpack as well as a packable sling bag and backpack that they've released recently. 5.11 makes some of my favorite EDC bags. We've featured some of their options on the channel in the past, so I was excited to see this newer line come out. There seems to be a big focus on reducing weight just in general. So excited to dive in with you. Before jumping into the video, I want to thank the company for sending the bags for me to test out. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Danny, and on this channel we love reviewing popular travel and everyday carry gear. If you like these types of videos and you'd be interested in seeing more, please consider subscribing as it helps the channel out a lot. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. Starting off with the outside of the bag, as far as the appearance, the bag definitely has a little bit more of an outdoorsy and technical vibe. Reminds me a little bit of some of the other hiking bags that I've looked at in the past. It's not as tactical as some of 5.11's other bags. It doesn't have rows of Molle or anything like that, but it does have some straps, attachment points. So it's not a super minimal bag, but it's not so overwhelmingly technical that it would be uncomfortable to use this in an urban environment or for traveling. As far as the materials, the bag feels solidly built. The exterior fabric is a 330D ripstop nylon, which feels like it's going to hold up well to rougher usage while keeping the weight of the bag pretty low, especially for the size and padding that's incorporated here. That's one of the selling points of the Skyweight collection. This fabric is also pretty flexible, kind of mold around the items that are on the inside, which to me always feels like it helps give you some extra capacity. And it seems to also offer a decent amount of built-in weather resistance, but if you happen to get caught in some heavier rain, the bag does include a removable and stowable rain cover. It's a really bright orange color, so it's going to make you very visible if you're in the outdoors while keeping your stuff protected from the elements. And then you also have some very nice YKK zippers all throughout. Continuing along the outside of the bag, I was happy to see that you have two external water bottle pockets, one on each side. They are made out of a pretty elastic material that's able to accommodate my 26-ounce Yeti Rambler. It was a pretty tight fit, so anything larger than this might start to really feel like it's putting a lot of pressure on this elastic here. Although it is stretchy, it does seem a little limited. The compartment does have a pretty good depth. It's also going to be maybe a good spot to store a tripod. You have some compression straps here at the top that might be good for securing anything that's taller. On their own, these can also help compress the bag down to prevent everything from shifting around and just to make it a little slimmer when the bag isn't as full. And then with the elasticity that's provided here, the compartment just kind of hugs the side when it's not in use. In addition to the compression straps that are on the sides, you have a handle at the front that's going to be great for just picking the bag up off the ground, loading this into a truck or something like that. At the bottom, you have a couple of loops that might be good for holding some hiking poles. I don't really use those too much, but with the compression straps here and these loops at the bottom, feels like you could secure them there pretty comfortably. And then you have the 5.11 logo on the front, which feels pretty subdued overall. It kind of blends into the front, so not too obvious, and it's down towards the bottom. And then at the top, you have an additional handle, similar material to the one that's on the front. They're pretty thin overall. It's not a super padded handle. It's not something that you want to just kind of carry the bag around by this for a longer period of time. But the material that's used here feels durable enough to be able to pick it up even when it's loaded out, or to potentially hang this when it's not in use. Taking a look at the capacity, the bag comes in at about 24 liters, which is a really versatile size in my opinion. I was able to hold all the items that I would normally want to have with me on my day-to-day or for a hike without the bag feeling overwhelmingly big. And I like that even when it's a little bit more packed out, because it doesn't have a rigid structure, it really felt fairly slim overall, and like it hugged my back nicely, making it great for navigating crowded areas, jumping onto public transit, or going on a hike. Taking a look at the straps and the back paneling, so far the bag has been really comfortable to wear. I was very impressed with how robust the harness system is here. It's definitely one of the best that I've used from 5.11. I'm a little surprised that it's on this bag, which is already pretty light, so it feels like it doesn't need as robust of a harness system compared to some of their larger and heavier bags, but glad to see it included here. Hope this makes its way into some of 5.11's other bags, as the padding on these straps is really comfortable. It's thick. On the inside, you have a breathable air mesh to help prevent moisture from building up. The straps also have a nice width to help prevent the bag from digging into your shoulders when it's more packed out. On the strap, you have a couple of attachment points that are going to be great to pair with maybe a light, carabiner. You can hang your sunglasses. You have some laser cut webbing here, which again, a good place to attach accessories. And you have an adjustable sternum strap to help distribute the weight that also has a safety whistle. At the bottom of the bag, you have some quick release buckles that will allow you to remove the bag easily and not lose the length of strap if you have it set to the place that you really like it. This can also be good for securing the bag to a table or a chair while you're sitting down and prevent somebody from running by and grabbing it too easily. Moving into the back paneling, this has also been really comfortable. I really like the implementation here. Again, hope to see something like this in 5.11's other bags. You have plenty of padding that's well distributed all throughout the back. Lots of breathability with the air mesh and the materials that are included here. The padding has ridges and there's this deep air channel here that's going to give you plenty of airflow and ventilation while you're walking around throughout the day. At the bottom, you have some nice lumbar support and also an integrated and removable waist belt. This is one of the beefier waist belts that I've looked at on any bag, and so great to see this included here. When you load the bag out, it really feels like this can pull some of the weight off of your shoulders. Plenty of padding here, super thick, comfortable, and then I love that it's fully removable. So if you don't want to carry it, as I probably wouldn't with a bag of this size, and just given that the bag itself is so light, it has this mechanism that makes it very easy to remove it when you don't want to use it. And then the belt itself is meant to pair with some of the other accessories that 5.11 has on their site. There's a variety of pouches that can be added to the belt, and then you have just kind of this separate standalone accessory that works nicely, and then you can just secure the back paneling and you still have a really comfortable and effective back paneling here. Jumping into the organizational options, the bag keeps things pretty simple. At the top, you have a larger quick access pocket that's going to be great for any of those bulkier accessories that you need to grab a little bit more regularly during the day. So jumping in, I have my sunglasses with their case. I have a headlamp, always good to have when going into the outdoors, my AirPods. I have a lightning cable to charge my phone and my tablet. And then I also have a portable battery for when my phone gets low on charge. Now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside. No additional organization here or fleece lining, just a really nice large bucket of space that's going to give you plenty of flexibility for anything that you want to store. Besides that, you really just have the large main compartment. Before taking a look at that, I did want to call out that you have some zippers at the bottom of the bag that are going to allow you to access the lower area of this main compartment if you don't want to open the bag all the way up. The orientation and positioning of these will allow you to swing the bag around and grab something from either side of the main compartment. So nice thoughtfulness there. Did notice at the bottom you do have a little bit of a gap with the zippers. So if you place your bag down on a wet floor, that's something that you'll want to keep in mind. You do have the rain cover, but it might have been nice to have maybe a zipper garage or just a little bit less of a gap here. Regardless, still a good place to be able to access any of your pouches, your gloves from the bottom if you need to. Pretty good amount of space, but I'll take a look at the main opening that's at the top. This is a top loading bag. It's got one of these lid openings that kind of flips open, and then you have a bucket of space to be able to grab whatever you need. And at 24 liters, it was able to hold an impressive amount, even all the bulky things that I normally carry with me. So at the top, I have my DJI Mavic Mini with its hard shell case. I have my packable rain jacket, tossed in my Beat Studio headphones with their hard shell case. I have the Evergood Civic Access pouch, 2 liter, and the 1 liter. I love modular packing and just throwing in a ton of pouches. So this bag accommodates that nicely. And then I also have my Levitate portable standing desk. Now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside. Pretty simple layout, but it does come up a decent amount. So if I wanted to use this for minimal travel, I could toss in my larger packing cube, an extra pair of shoes, a dot kit, and I'd be able to use this for a longer weekend trip. On the back of the main compartment, you have an elastic sleeve that's going to be a good spot for a hydration bladder. This can also be used to hold a laptop. Currently what I have here is my 13-inch MacBook Air. This sleeve is not padded, so you might want to use a case if you're going to be carrying a device like this. It is pulled up off the bottom of the ground, so that offers some protection, but this is just a really thin, simple sleeve. It's not really meant to hold a laptop. This just feels like more of a hiking bag, but still nice that you can, use it in that case if you just need one in a pinch. And On the back here, no sort of fleece lining or anything like that. You do have a zipper that gives you access to the frame sheet if you want to remove that. But yeah, this is meant to hold a hydration bladder. You have this strap at the top that can kind of help keep that in place. And then you have a pass-through that allows you to just have plenty of hydration while you're on a hike on the outdoors. So works pretty well for both use cases. Again, not really padded, not particularly meant to hold the device, but it can do so. And then the last thing I'll call out on the inside is that you have an additional internal zippered compartment on that flap. So this is gonna be a great spot for anything that you don't need to grab as regularly or that might be a little more sensitive if you wanna put your wallet away on a hike. At the moment, the only thing I have in here is a deck of playing cards, and then there's also a little lanyard with a plastic clip that's gonna be a good spot for your keys or a multi-tool. So pretty simple layout overall, but I like the amount of space that's offered here, the lightweight of the bag, and the harness system. And if you're looking for a reliable hiking, outdoor, versatile EDC type bag that's gonna offer plenty of comfort and a nice amount of weather resistant with the included rain cover, and this is gonna be a solid option to consider. The other items we're gonna be taking a look at in this video are a new packable sling bag and backpack. These seem to offer a pretty similar aesthetic to the Skyweight backpack that we just looked at, so a little more outdoor focused, kind of technical, but not overwhelmingly so. Remind me of some of the other packable gear that I've looked at on the channel, so a nice aesthetic. They have the 5.11 branding along the exterior pocketing. You have a few attachment points along the front. Both of them have these sort of nylon loops along the front that will allow you to hang on accessories, carabiners, lights. They are made out of a 70D recycled ripstop nylon, so pretty thin, lightweight, which is what makes them packable, but a material that feels like it's gonna be able to handle the types of things that I would normally use a bag like this for. And so it seems like it's gonna offer a decent amount of weather resistance. You have the YKK zippers. As far as the capacities, the sling bag comes in at about 10 liters and then the backpack comes in at 12 liters. So not big bags by any means, but because of the simple layouts and the flexible nature of the bags, they can actually hold a pretty impressive amount while maintaining a compact form factor. So just great as a packable item that when you arrive at your destination, you can use to just hold your essentials. And then taking a look at how you actually carry these, they have a pretty comfortable strap system. Both of them have the same sort of mesh, pretty thinly padded strap. This is common in packable items in general. You have some Molle kind of laser cut webbing on both the sling bag and the backpack so you can clip on additional items. The sling bag has an extra stabilizer strap. So if you want to have just a little more security while you're wearing the sling bag and have it not slide around, nice that this was included. This is an ambidextrous strap, so it can be worn in either direction, right or left shoulder. And yeah, I mean, comfortable overall, particularly for the size and the weight of the bag. The backpack also includes a sternum strap with a nice quick release buckle. So again, you'll have some stability, some support. You're probably not gonna load this out so much that you'll really need that too much, but still, nice harness system. The width on the backpack straps in particular, I like, just to prevent it from feeling like it's really digging into your shoulders. The backpack has a carrying handle at the top. And then as far as the organizational options, pretty simple in general. Both of them have external elastic compartments that are meant to be kind of like water bottle pockets. So on the backpack, I currently have the same 20-ounce water bottle that I've used in a lot of my other daily bag videos. With everything that I placed in the main compartment, this started to feel pretty tight, so I wouldn't place anything larger than this 20-ounce bottle in here, but it's also gonna be a great spot for an umbrella or other items that you wanna grab regularly when it's not in use. They kind of hug the bag nicely. On the sling bag, you don't have the pockets on the sides, they're more on the front, and they are a little bit smaller. So I wouldn't be too comfortable placing a full-fledged water bottle in these. At the moment, I have an umbrella, which is definitely the type of thing I might carry in a pocket like this. I also have my sunglasses, which I probably wouldn't place on this type of pocket normally just because somebody could steal it or it might fall out, but I wanted to just give you a reference for the size. But yeah, so nice material here. It doesn't feel like it's gonna tear. And then both of these have a clamshell style opening. So you have visibility and access into the main area. Not a whole lot of internal organization in these compartments. For the sling bag first, I just placed simple pouch. This is the Air Tech pouch. that I typically have with me, and then I have a 26-ounce Yeti Rambler. The one that I had on the backpack is able to fit in here. I would probably also just place a couple of other small accessories. I still had some capacity left over. At the top, you also have a quick access pocket. You can get a sense of how much space this takes up when it's packed out in the main area. And so I just put a few of the items that I had earlier in the video in here. I have a deck of playing cards, and then I also have a headlamp. And then this is the compartment that the bag would pack into when you want to put it away. So you can just kind of squeeze the bag in. Very simple, common, well-known system, much like other packable bags. So very easy and quick to put it away. And then one of the interesting things about these bags is that they are also Molle compatible. They have some webbing on the back along with the straps, and so you can just kind of thread that through these openings, and with the flap that it has here, it ends up feeling pretty secure and like it's not going to slip out accidentally, particularly with how light this is. And then once it's packed away and zipped up on the front, you have those same elastic slip pockets are now accessible, so this ends up adding a little bit of organization to your bag. So kind of an interesting idea there. And then for the backpack, taking a look at the main compartment and organization, as mentioned, clamshell style opening. And this one, with the 12 liters of space, I was still able to fit an impressive amount. I have the same pouches that I had in the larger 24-liter Skyweight backpack, the headphones, and my drone, which are still some of the items that I might carry around for a day on the town while traveling. Very simple layout. Top quick access pocket here as well, so it takes up decent amount of space. And at the top, you can access it in this pocket. At the moment, I have the portable battery, my AirPods, I have lightning cable to charge my phone. So little items that I will have with me anywhere that I go. And then this one also packs into that same compartment when you're ready to put it away. If you're traveling, if you want to toss it into a larger travel backpack, straps and everything goes in there. Again, pretty simple. I like when these packable bags don't make it too complicated to pack and unpack. That kind of defeats the purpose, in my opinion. And then, like we saw with the sling bag, once you have zipped this up, you can attach it to any Molle compatible bag or sling bag or waist belt, whatever you're using that uses Molle webbing. You can thread that through, and then again, you have a couple of elastic slip pockets on the front that you can use. So pretty interesting system and idea overall. Packable bags like these are always a nice kind of bonus accessory to carry with you when you're traveling, particularly with one bag, to just have some flexibility when you arrive at your destination. And if you're looking for something that works well in 5.11's ecosystem, that's durable, and that's gonna be a little bit more compact and lightweight, and these are gonna be some solid options to check out. And so to wrap up, it's been a pretty good experience testing out the 5.11 Skyweight 24-liter backpack and their new packable bags over the past couple of weeks. You can currently purchase these on 5.11's site. I'll make sure to include links to each of the product pages if you want to learn a little bit more about the items or purchase them. The 24-liter Skyweight backpack is going to come in at around $150, which is definitely a bit of an investment. It feels a little bit high in my opinion. You are getting a very solidly built bag. It's got the robust harness system and an interesting feature set, but there's going to be some other great bags in this price range that may be worth considering. And so as I was testing these out, they definitely reminded me of some of the other great options from 5.11, particularly the Rush 12, which comes in at 24 liters, like the Skyweight backpack. That has a little bit more of a tactical vibe, so Molle webbing all around. You can configure it with a variety of accessories, lots of great organization, and just a really ruggedly built bag. The harness system on that is not going to be quite as comfortable as the Skyweight backpack in my opinion, and of course it's going to be a little bit heavier, but if you want something that's got more structure, that feels more durable, long lasting maybe, and that's also going to offer a laptop compartment along with some good concealed carry functionality, then that's going to be a great option to take a look at. The next bag this made me think of is the REI Ruckpack 28, which we looked at pretty recently. That has kind of a similar aesthetic in my opinion, so a little more outdoorsy without being overwhelmingly technical, nice organizational layout, pretty lightweight materials, weather resistant. That one also has a fairly robust harness system. This one of course has the removable waist belt, which is going to add some additional support, but very comfortable to wear. REI makes some great products that come in at around this price point, maybe even a little bit less. So if you like this style and you're just looking for a versatile minimal travel or hiking bag, then that's gonna be a great option to consider. Some other bags these made me think of are some of the options from Matador. They make some great outdoor focused bags that are also quite packable and lightweight. In particular, their Beast 28 backpack is one of my favorite packable bags. I've taken that on many trips inside a larger travel bag. It has a pretty well padded harness system for being a packable bag, kind of a similar aesthetic and vibe to this. It's also going to be highly weather resistant. The materials and zippers are that I feel maybe a little bit more weather resistant. This one comes with the rain cover, so it kind of evens out. But just a great simple bag. It packs down very flat. Again, not going to be quite as comfortable as this one. The harness system is not as robust, but if you're looking for kind of a middle ground of something that has this aesthetic and durability, but that's going to be a little lighter and packs better into a travel backpack, then I definitely recommend checking that one out. And then the last option that I'll mention here is the Evergood CHZ 22 and 26. Both of those are really great crossover packs that blend in well into an urban environment while, fitting right into the outdoors if you want to go for a hike. Those are going to be a little bit heavier than this. The exterior fabric is more rigid and maybe a little more robust, but that is going to add to the weight. It's going to give it some more structure. It has a pretty simple organizational layout, very comfortable harness system. Again, I do think that the Skyweight has a little more comfort and breathability. It also has the advantage of the waist belt, but the CHZ is a super comfortable bag, particularly with the new breathable back panel that Evergood is using. It has great external water bottle pockets, a simple layout. It can hold an impressive amount for its size, and it's also going to give you a little bit more of a well-padded laptop sleeve. So if you're somebody who carries a laptop, you want to have it suspended and a little bit more protected, or you just like the more subdued aesthetic of the CHZ and you have a little bit of a higher budget, then that's going to be a great option to consider. With that being said, the 5.11 Skyweight backpack and their new packable bags hold up pretty well against all those options. And if you're looking for lightweight, durable bags that are going to work well across a variety of environments, particularly in the outdoors, and these are going to be some solid options to check out. And I'm definitely curious to hear what you all think of the new Skyweight collection and 5.11's new packable bags. And if there's any similar options that you think that I should check out, as always, please let me know in the comments. And I want to thank the company again for sending the items for me to test out, and to you guys for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.